What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we have CWL Tonight, and we are not sponsored by Gatorade, so do not ask in the comments. We're going to be going over everything new in the website, all the new rosters, all the draft picks, and we're going to be asking Ryan and Rocco some questions. They're going to be asking me some questions as well. So we're going to get right into this with the first question. I'm going to be asking Rocco, how do you think you could use Weston, because he was your number 3 draft pick? How do you think you could incorporate him into the team, because you already have a stacked and good team?
Honestly, I'll probably just use him as a DH if, it's probably the third game or something like that when it's a blowout. But mostly he's just there to be a fun guy to be around the team. I think it was some player in there was going to go to the Sea Dogs and be just a clubhouse guy. That's exactly how Weston's going to be, just to have fun. Because also with his work, he won't be able to show up much. So that's why I brought him onto the team. So it's not someone that is always going to be there. It's fine if he can't show up.
Yeah.
So he'll just be more of a fun guy on the team.
Yeah, as you saw from the time that he showed up, he was pretty funny. He had
a
2-liter Mountain Dew and he ate 5 pieces of pizza. But yeah, Ryan.
Yes.
What was your reaction to signing with the Knights?
Well, I find it kind of interesting that anybody wanted me at all. The one game. But I mean, I appreciated Rocco because when I played the one game I did last year and Rocco happened to be on my team, he saw that he could see the talent through me, even though it didn't show. And so, I appreciate the sign. I think our team's gonna do really well, so.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
So do you remember when I texted you, I think 3 months ago, asking for you to be on my team? Then 2 minutes later I said,
You're
never mind.
Someone else will sign you.
I got my own plan.
You're like, oh no, I don't want you anymore.
But
yeah, I remember that. I was kind of like, oh sweet, dude, Cameron's gonna sign me, we're gonna win. And then he was like, oh, just kidding. I was like, oh well, I'll wait. I guess.
Because I didn't think you wanted to sign, because all I saw was red message. And then every time I asked for you to come, you had to work with your dad and stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
And then when I find out you signed with the Knights and you're
like
fully into it, I'm like, come on!
I know. I remember that night. I signed him, and Cam goes, he probably won't show up. And then he sends me a screenshot. He goes, look at this, and it says, I'm fully committed. If you need help, I'll help set up. I'm ready to come back. And I was like, yes!
We're literally at a Lincoln Potters game. Me and him are hanging out.
Lincoln Potters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about wiffle ball. And then I was like, so yeah, are you gonna sign Ryan and stuff? He's like, you know what? I'll ask him. You say, yeah, I want to play another year wiffle ball, and I'm fully committed. I'm like, great, awesome.
I did so many moves that night.
Yeah.
At a Potters game, I signed you. I traded Ryan for the 3rd pick in the draft.
Oh yeah.
I did everything in a Potters game. And I became manager.
And you became the manager.
It was not a
Potters
good. It was not a good night for.
Because I signed you, and Chip goes, well, you've done a good job. Do you want to be manager? I was like,
you were like, heck yeah, dude.
And he goes, well, let me ask Cam. So I was like, I didn't tell Cam. I was staring at him.
I was like, why is he staring at my phone?
And then he goes, are you kidding me?
Because he left and he said he didn't want to be a captain. Then he becomes a captain. I'm like, are you
and
kidding
makes
me?
A million moves.
Because I didn't want to start off fresh, just with a straight tee. So I was like, I'll do it. Paid off.
So, Rocco, do you have any idea of what your lineup and possible rotation can be for the next year?
Honestly, it's a twist. He for sure will be the 3rd, but I'm still seeing if it'll be me or Chip being our ace. I can see it going either way right now. And then for the lineup, it'll probably be me, Chip, Ryan, and then Mikey.
So you're gonna bat 4?
Yeah, I'm gonna bat 4 all the time. And then it's just I've already told him between Ryan and Mikey to see who can get the last outfield spot.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter who's playing defense. It
No.
just, because especially when you got
if you're batting anyways.
Yeah, you got 2 top 5 pitchers. It's not gonna be too much.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, not really. But as long as they're batting and stuff. But Rocco, if you got 5 guys coming, are you still gonna play Weston?
No.
If Weston can come and everyone else can come, are you still gonna invite him to the game?
I'll invite him to the game, and if it's because if he can come, I want him to come there, and it'll be a fun guy to have. And if we're up by a lot, I'll put him in, so he could get some playing time. And I already told him that's what it's going to be like. But if it's a close game, he's not going to play. But yeah, I'll for sure invite every single person on the roster.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what Bradley's going to do with 7 guys on his team. But like I was saying before, he got a lot of kids who are not fully committed. So with Bradley, I think he's gonna have 2 guys show up. He's not gonna have all 7 because he got Landon, who's not gonna show up much.
If Landon showed up, it would be a whole different story.
Yeah, you can say that.
All right. Yeah, I didn't want a big team, and one of the offers it was one of my players, Mikey. He offered, I think it was Xander, Keaton, Daniel, Talon, and a first-round pick from next year for Mikey. So
he basically offered his entire roster.
yeah, other than Landon.
Other than
So
Landon and himself.
I didn't want a 50-team roster, so I declined.
Well,
He's like, Rocco's like, I'm trying to keep my team small.
Yeah.
I'll politely decline.
I'll
5 minutes later, he texted me. He was like, Cam, what was that stinking offer that Brad asked?
Yeah, and then later, like his next offer was, well, I'll trade you next year's pick and Talon for him. I was like, well, if you offered me 50 players, I would have taken that one instead. I'm not gonna take the
if you
smaller
offer me
one.
Talon and the other.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with their team is if he has Landon and Talon showing up, and it would actually be a different story because their team would be pretty good.
Yeah,
because I know Talon and Landon, they're both lefties. They can pitch pretty well.
I'm really excited to see how
How it's
Daniel
gonna turn
fits
out.
into that team.
I don't think Daniel's gonna show up though.
No, if Daniel showed up, I'd love to see the connection between him and Brad.
It's gonna be the
'Cause
worst team.
I guarantee you, he's gonna get into Brad's head.
Worst chemistry team of all time, as we saw from last year with Daniel.
I know. It's
He
the
is
same
not a
exact
good
thing.
locker room guy at all.
No.
Every single pitch in right field. Can I pitch? Can I pitch? And the guy who's not pitching is yelling at him.
Yeah.
He was like, no.
I can't pitch.
And then the day before a game, he's like, so is Daniel going to pitch? I'm like, I don't
Well.
think so. Runs out to the mound after we're up like 10-0 and takes the ball. And Rocco just looks at me and rolls his eyes.
I just let it happen.
Yeah.
He had a 0 ERA, but he only
He
pitched like
did?
an inning. I'm pretty sure he pitched like an inning and had like a 0 ERA.
Yeah, because he pitched on Bradley's team for the first
Nobody
series.
has to know he only pitched one inning.
Yeah.
Just show
He
the
just has a
stats.
0
Just the
ERA,
stats.
yeah.
Just who's gonna?
Let me see. That's playoff stats.
Yeah, I don't think I did the World Series playoff stats. I think that was the last thing I forgot to do.
Just embarrassed.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I like how he's on ERA 0 and 3.2 innings pitched.
And I think he finished 4th in the MVP race.
Oh, he pitched 3 innings.
3.2 innings.
3.2?
3.2. Don't forget about that point two. That's important.
I thought it was a lot more than that. Whatever. But yeah, Ryan.
Yeah.
What do you think you can do to help your team win this year?
Batting, mostly batting. I'm not bad at fielding, but batting's mostly gonna be. What are you doing? Is your chair sinking?
It's falling
for the
again?
Second episode in a row. You should just name this Rocco's chair fell again.
I was just messing around on a talk show.
Yeah. But yeah, batting most likely. You know, I'm gonna be the cleanup in our lineup, as Rocco said earlier. So that's.
Are you gonna bat him 4th?
Third.
How's that cleanup?
Well, it's.
Ask him.
Well, okay. Well, he said.
I mean, with
well,
such a small lineup.
He texted me
Yeah.
earlier, and he's like, "Well, if he's like, I can put you in. I'll probably put you in cleanup."
Yeah. Well, if you think about it with these rosters, it's basically a leadoff, a cleanoff hitter.
Clean off.
Yeah, because if you think about,
lead off.
if you think
We got
about,
the cleanup
well, because if you
guy.
think about how small the lineup is, necessarily that is a cleanup
Yeah.
batter.
Yeah,
Because you have
basically.
one
Third, I guess,
after.
is cleanup.
Yeah, you
Basically,
have one
basically it's the leadoff, the third hitter, cleanup, and then 4th.
after.
I don't know what's the name. It's not a bad thing because
Yeah.
it's such a small roster.
Yeah.
With baseball, it's more of like the not as well hitters, but that's the only place where I can fit Mikey.
Yeah, and especially with your team, you
Yeah.
don't really have a weak spot.
Mm-mm.
So, Rocco,
What?
from last year to now, what do you think you've improved the most?
Like myself or my team?
No, yourself.
I probably improved from what?
Like from
What?
yeah, from like when you haven't played like before the season started to now.
I haven't improved much. I've had
You got one sick pitch
I
down
have
though.
one
Yeah.
sick pitch that you'll see in the tournament video if we post that one ever. And
It has to come out
You should
the
just
week
roll the clip
before.
of the one where yeah.
We should have filled the row with Ronit.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
I have that pitch. Other than that, I've gotten stronger batting wise for sure. Because I can, instead of it being like just weak home runs that I've hit, I'm actually hitting them for distance.
And I think I've asked you this one time, but you came like every single week to wiffle ball and played.
Yes.
Do you think that helped you like improve, or do you think you would be as good as you are right now?
I mean, yes.
Without playing those games.
Of course they helped. Yes and no, because some of the pitching when I was in those sub games wasn't the best, so it wasn't the best to get work off of. But it definitely helped me, and especially when you had me hit righty. Now that gives me another side of the plate I could hit from if I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm not saying I'm good hitting righty, but I'm definitely way better than I was at the beginning of the season because I never even touched the righty box.
Yeah. So we had the schedule come out, and you guys, like every team plays every team. Ryan, who are you most excited to play this year?
I think Red Hawks for
Really?
sure because it's going to be an interesting game.
Well,
Which
I
is
thought
the,
you would
the
like to-
last regular season game.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
know,
you'd like
yeah.
to play the
And
Golden
that's-
Eagles because that's your former team, basically.
That also.
I mean, that basically.
Well,
is your
well,
team.
I want.
Ow.
I'm talking about like interesting wise here,
Yeah.
how close the game is going to be.
Oh,
That'll
yeah.
be because obviously those are two good teams that are going to be high in the win ratio.
Mhm.
So it'll be interesting to see. What is wrong with you?
I keep laughing.
It'll be interesting to see that game for sure.
For sure, yeah. Last game of the regular season, most anticipated by far.
For sure.
Oh,
I
for
did that for so everyone could keep watching. Yeah, so everyone could keep watching throughout the year.
He's dragging you guys. in
Yeah.
there.
Rocco,
What?
what is your main goal this year with your team and for yourself?
Probably to win.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Probably to win
being
a
the
few
first
games.
time having me as a manager, all I want to do is win, but I also want to treat all the players fair. Because I don't want to have bring someone onto the team and then make them not like the sport, especially my team, but also not like the sport. If if you were to treat one of your players wrong,
Mhm.
so I just want to make sure it's all fair, everyone has fun, but at the end of the day, I always like to win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Also important to have good chemistry with your team.
For
So
sure,
it's good that you're keeping contact with your players and stuff.
Oh yeah, all the people that I've signed or traded for, I've made sure aren't anyone that'll take over and try to run it as by themselves. I think it's all a team that's all trying to be fair with each other.
And I got one more for you. From the beginning of the year, last year, Chip was by far one of our best players. But at the end of the year, he lost to Peyton and Mikey. And then at the tournament, he kind of had that hurt shoulder. Do you think there's any possible way that Chip could decline this year?
No. The only reason he lost in the playoffs is because you've seen it. He had to leave in the last game, so I guarantee you he could have pitched the last inning and then probably won it in playoffs. That's the only reason, because he had to pitch Mikey against Peyton. So that's the only reason I know that he lost in playoffs. And then the shoulder injury, he's already said he's 100% healed up from. So that's none of my worries.
Yeah.
I still think he has the power and pitching. And I guarantee he's more encouraged to practice and do better with his new team. So
Yeah.
because he doesn't have to do all the heavy work.
Yeah. Let's see. Because he's a really big baseball guy, and he wants to be a better baseball player than a wiffle ball player.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really throw hard in wiffle ball because he doesn't want to hurt his arm, and that's what you saw. Towards the end of the year when he already knew he had a good record,
Yeah.
he threw pretty slow. So, I mean, we'll have to see if he's going to do that throughout the year. I mean, it's going to be interesting if he does decide to throw hard, to throw his knuckleball drop and stuff. So
Yeah, if he most likely he'll probably pitch a game or two. I would like to pitch him 2 games if depending on how he does. But he'll probably go full out for at least a game, and then we'll have me and then Ryan pitch the rest. But if he still feels good after the first game, I could probably pitch him at least half of a game if he's doing really well. But I think he'll be more inclined to go full out.
are you going to do you pitch game 1, Chip pitches game 2, and whoever did better pitches game 3?
In the very beginning, yeah. And I'll be taking Ryan, putting him in a defense, and then putting in Mikey just to see who does better overall.
Yeah, I think that's great for throughout the beginning of the year, see who's better in what spot.
Well, it
And then
depends
in the
what team we
playoffs.
play. Because if
Yeah.
it's an easy team, if we play
I
some of the lower
better be on
teams.
defense for playing the Golden Eagles. That's
Oh yeah, you'll
yeah.
be in the game.
I gotta.
Is there going to be any bad blood with the Golden Eagles?
No.
A little
Maybe.
bit of taunting.
Just maybe. With who? With who?
I don't know if there's anyone specifically. Basically, the whole team.
I mean,
Just because I think I don't have anything against them, but maybe
yeah.
maybe them against me
I mean,
because of.
It's
that I'm
always
on
fun to
different
get a little
team,
bit of trash talk.
Yeah, it's good.
we're gonna
At
be
the end
it
of the
keeps
day-
the game interesting.
At the end of the day, it's a game, but while we're playing the game, it's kind of like a battle
Enemies.
between the two.
Enemies.
So I think it's good to take it serious while we play, but at the end of the
before and
game,
after, yeah.
well, before I think you could always get in a little bit of trash talk too, just trying to get in your opponent's head. But at the end of the day, it's just a game, and this is all for fun. But I think it's
Rocco,
fun to get a little trash talk.
You got any questions for me?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
You keep preparing.
spicy.
We'll get one of the big ones out of the way
Alright.
for each award, and I'll like say the award, and then you say who you think the top player is to win that award.
Oh, we should all do that.
We're gonna hear
No?
Cameron's name about
Okay.
10 times here.
Let me get the award.
Nice. Yeah, where are? I think I put in awards. Yeah, right here.
Where? Oh god. No, not the official rule book.
Alright,
Who do you
check
think
out
will
the-
win MVP?
Wait, where's it?
Actually, we'll start with the smaller ones, and then we'll get to MVP.
yeah.
Who do you think will be the most dedicated?
I'm putting most dedicated as a guy who's gonna show up like every week. So you.
Yeah.
Because I'm not giving it to Brad because he's not gonna show up other than his games.
Yeah.
Really, it's down to probably the people sitting next to me right now.
Yeah.
You bought stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, you bought a lot of stuff. Rocco, you're gonna show up. So most dedicated probably is gonna be either Ryan or Rocco.
Who do you think will be the rookie of the year?
Rookie of the year. Sorry, Ryan, you played one series.
I
It
got
doesn't-
two.
It doesn't, no, it doesn't count. I was in last year. It doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
count. We got James we could put in. I don't think he's gonna win it though.
I think I have two that I'm comparing.
Mm.
That lefty that got drafted number
Andrew
one.
Gordon. Yeah.
Andrew
that
and
definitely
Peyton.
is. Peyton.
Those will probably be my top two. If you just
Yeah.
look at the rest of the draft class, it isn't as strong.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we have.
I mean, Weston might get a chance at it if he was on a different
No.
if he was on a different team where he played every game.
Yeah, maybe. But when he played, he was only going against lobs and stuff. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely go with Peyton and Andrew. They're going to be probably the number two guys for pitching on the roster, and Andrew could definitely take over as the number one guy.
Yeah,
As
for sure.
the spring training video showed, Andrew took over and he did pretty well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Andrew's going to win it.
Who do you think will be the most clutch?
Most clutch.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I've seen Bradley.
You should put in your input too.
in
Yeah, I'm
playoffs.
thinking.
In playoffs, he pitched a 6-inning game.
But clutch though, he was not clutch. He blew 3 leads in the World Series.
Yeah, that's true.
He was the least amount of clutch.
Well,
But
clutch
pitching wise, he was
being
clutch.
clutch can
'Cause-
also depend on who shows up.
Yeah, I know he
See,
gave.
that's
Yeah,
the thing.
exactly.
So-
That's with all these awards and like
Yeah.
like records and stuff. You got to take in who's the
Mhm.
committed players and
Exactly.
Yeah, I
stuff. You
know.
can't say Lennon's gonna have an insane year when we already know he's not gonna show up much.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I know offensively Brad wasn't clutch, but like pitching wise, even though he blew the leads, technically it was only like he only gave up like 2 runs, so it wasn't like he gave up like 10 runs. And he also pitched a 6-inning game. He pitched the entire World Series, so I
Yeah.
think he at least gets to be like top 5
All right.
for sure.
Yeah. I would go me, you, Brad.
Yeah, for sure.
Clutch.
Because we both had walk-offs.
Yeah.
Most improved player.
I can't count.
Right? No, Ryan?
You
Well,
could
Yeah,
definitely.
he can.
I mean,
For sure.
yeah, but I don't know if I really improved.
And
I would just be playing more games, I guess.
Yeah.
Showing up more would be the
Well, if he
improvement.
gets higher up, like in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But I
Yeah.
know me and Rocco were talking about this yesterday, how we could say Brad is most improved. I actually, looking back at the stats, I kind of disagree with that. Brad had a 2 ERA, and I don't think you could be, like, big-time improvement unless you have, like, a 0.0 ERA.
He was close to under 1 in playoffs.
He was really close.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
But
was cracked.
you said most improved?
Well, I think, like how you said like it might be me, but I was just thinking because like the way I could improve is pitching wise, because I'm pretty good at batting already.
Yeah.
Like I mean I practice it, but it's not like I need to work on it that much.
Yeah.
But like you know I sent Rocco some videos. I've been in my backyard just practicing away. I bought a
think-
bunch of wiffle balls. I've just been throwing pitches.
How about
so.
Gavin Delaney?
Oh,
Since he's a new captain.
That's true.
that
if
might
he
yeah
would've
that is
that could be
true.
true.
Yeah,
He
I know
would show up.
he really wants to show up, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Gavin could definitely win it.
For sure.
Noah could win it. He's practicing in his backyard, too. So, we got, I think Ryan and Noah are the front runners right
Yes,
now.
if he shows up, he's has a starting role on a new
Yeah.
team.
I think
He
he'll be
didn't
the
do
number one
He
guy.
didn't do good. last year, so he
Yeah.
could definitely, he could most likely improve.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Let's see, manager of the year.
Okay.
Rocco.
Yeah, Rocco.
Rocco.
Yeah, I
for
think
sure.
no matter
go to the
where,
next one.
Yeah.
no matter
Go to the
if
next
he
one.
gets bounced-
Move on.
Yeah, if he gets bounced out in the first or second round, it doesn't matter. He's manager of the
Yeah.
year, especially
yeah,
coming in to the team.
Dude,
who
and
got
how he's
bounced
been
in
dealing with
first
the
round.
team lately,
Mhm.
like even we're not even playing yet, and how he's been dealing with the team is really good. He's always in contact in the group chat and stuff,
Mhm.
always telling us about stuff. Like he's saying, "Oh, let's do some practices before the season starts," and I think that's the best qualities you can have of a manager. So
Yeah, and it's really good that you got guys who all know each other and have good chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
And that was really good putting together a team. Mine, on the other hand, we can't really schedule practices because we got guys in Elk Grove and people who don't really know each other. So, if
Never
anything,
know.
I would probably be like,
never know though.
yeah, third guy for manager of the year.
Maybe second, third.
Yeah.
Second, third.
yeah. I'd probably see you being third because I could see Brad going up there no matter
Or
where they
Noah.
play.
Because he got two guys. Maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
But Brad, no, he made it to the World Series, so it's
Yeah.
different. But he if he didn't make it to the World Series, it would be a front runner because he carried his whole team. But since he made
He's
it,
gonna have to carry him
he
again.
made it to the World Series by himself. But if he like got bounced out first round, no matter what, he'd probably be top 2
Mhm.
because of the moves he made. But since he made it there, it's kind of hard. Even though it was just him, it's kind of hard to put him in the top.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an unfair ruling, but that's how it's gonna be. Cy Young.
So
I
next
think
one.
it'll be me.
Yeah, you think? Silver Slugger.
Oh.
Okay, next one.
Silver
Defensive-
Slugger.
All right, next one.
Defensive player of the year.
Just move on.
Yeah, go right to defense. Okay.
Defense. I think maybe Rocco. He's
Rocco's a
quick.
really
he's
good
quick.
defensive player.
He's really quick. He pitches
Yeah.
well. I mean,
Yeah. But
I had
like,
some of my
you
top.
can't really make defensive players as a pitcher.
yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah,
Chip,
sure.
Chip's a really good defensive. You did?
Yeah.
Dying over there.
Hey,
Chip blew one of my best plays of the not one of my best plays of the year, but one of my top plays because it was in playoffs. It was in playoffs, like one of the rounds, and I caught a fly ball and went like this and tapped Nolan before he even put his foot on the bag,
remember that.
and there's a double play, but the wind blew over the camera,
Yeah.
so he couldn't. He
Yeah.
goes, sorry, my
Yeah.
bad.
Sorry,
I have
guys.
Xander as defensive player of the year.
No,
no.
Have you been watching some of the videos?
Yeah.
he made plays in the
Defense of the year for Xander.
the goal.
It's like up in the air.
That's funny how you know that.
When it was
yeah.
Stinger Nation versus Stinger Nation, he made some over the back
He
plays.
did, yes.
Remember?
Dude, he would reach over.
In
he-
left
Yeah.
field, he made some
Yeah.
plays
Bro,
like
because
that.
because I remember Rocco, I hit a ball like straight up, and Xander was, he's like, run, Xander won't catch it.
Yeah,
I didn't run.
and he caught it.
You got it. Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think Peyton could also be one of them because even though no one really talks about him, if you see him like playing, he makes almost every fly ball catch, which is hard with the backspin.
Yeah. What's the next one?
MVP.
I think you should put like a few people for this, because like
Oh, yeah.
I mean just so like
Yeah.
what do you think like the MVP race? Who do you think will be?
Oh, I put odds last year. I put.
I think
okay.
it's me, Cam, Chip, Brad.
I put Brad over Chip.
I think it's like basically the same thing as last year, other than
Yeah.
Daniel.
I put me, Rocco, Brad, Noah, and Chip. I put percentage too.
And if that lefty, I always forget his name,
Andrew.
if he pitches well and he hits
That
like
lefty.
that lefty.
That lefty.
We,
is
we
called
have
that.
two, other than
Yeah.
We have three.
Oh,
Talon,
three.
Landon,
Yeah.
Andrew.
But all of them other than Landon we haven't seen yet,
Yeah.
and Landon might not show up.
I mean,
so-
we have seen Talon.
Yeah.
He did pretty good. But he just so slow.
But if
Andrew.
Andrew
That lefty.
if that
Yeah.
lefty pitches well and he hits like he did in the tournament, I think he could have a chance.
Yeah. Was that all the awards? Oh no, there's not.
No, there's some at the very bottom.
Yeah.
Those are for playoffs.
All-Star Game MVP.
That's like,
Ooh.
yeah.
That's literally
That could be like
unpredictable.
Yeah,
big
that's
time.
very unpredictable.
Matt won it last year.
Yeah.
I sucked. I had like two.
So did
hits.
I.
I
So
won.
I had two hits.
I won home run derby and I had one
Well,
hit in the
'cause
All Star game.
We also have new people. You don't know how they're gonna
Yeah,
play yet.
so let's
you
see.
You
could
don't
have-
even know who's gonna make the All-Star
exactly.
game.
Exactly.
Well, technically, let's just all of us make one person prediction and come back here after the All Star game and see if we got it right.
Okay. You got to pick a guy who's gonna pitch.
Wait, do we?
Well, I
wait,
mean,
wait.
we don't really.
Do we want to put a bet on it?
No,
Like
no.
$5 to win
$5?
if someone gets it right.
no.
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 Okay. That's
I'm not willing to say anything yet. That's
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go with Rocco.
I'm
Alright. Okay.
Sorry about
Home run derby champion.
Ooh, that
For the
could be-
two-time?
That could
No,
be a lot.
no,
That could
For
be-
the
No.
two-time?
That could be a lot of people.
I say Cameron.
I'm gonna have to go with me or Chip.
But what happened last year?
Brad happened.
No,
Brad
Brad
happened
didn't
last
do
year.
anything. He was so sad, and then I tried to cheer him up. Who do you think the World Series MVP is? This is basically a
depends
prediction who's gonna make
who's
it.
gonna
and
win.
This is your prediction. We kind of got 3 guys who are probably gonna make the championship.
I say me.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Rocket.
If
I were to pick-
if you win, it's gonna be you.
If
Yeah.
I win, it's me. If it's you win, it's you.
If Brad wins, it's Brad.
Yeah, but I don't see Brad making it to the championship.
It's
Because he has to face one of us. I don't know which one it is.
He's gonna have to face you.
He's gonna have to face us to get into there, but I don't think.
Bold prediction.
He was very bold on that prediction.
Yeah.
He's like, he's not making
Nope,
playoffs.
nope, nope.
Not
No,
making
not at
playoffs.
all.
No, he'll make playoffs. Everyone makes playoffs.
Yeah. So you want to do?
You can go over like.
That's my
who do you think will
first
be on, like, the
question out of
All-Star
Yeah, that's
team?
what we're gonna do. You want to do?
It's my
All-Star
first
predictions?
Who do you think
question
will
out
go
of
be on the
7.
All-Star
What?
team?
That
That's
was.
your first one.
Yeah.
We don't have to do all 7.
Oh, we'll do all 7.
Oh, okay. Let's do All-Star game predictions.
All right, let's do it.
So we have to go to rosters and stuff, even though not everyone's on the roster yet, because the draft video, when we're doing this, it's not came out. So we got the Western Conference with.
Wait, does this come out before?
This comes out after.
Okay, let's
That's
say
why
we
we're
already
talking
talked
about all
about some of the things.
Yeah. So we got in the Western Conference. We're gonna talk about the Western Conference All Stars. We got Red Hawks, to be determined. I think. Yeah,
To
and
be det- is that
and
his team name?
and no Mambas. We got Mambas, to be determined, and Red Hawks. 5 kids make the All Star game. 1 alternate.
Derek Nobrega, Cameron Duncan, Matthew, and probably Cody and James. That's fine.
That's fine.
Really? Okay. I have me, Matt,
I don't see-
Noah, Andrew.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Noah,
I keep forgetting I don't know. So
Noah, Andrew, and Cody.
yeah, I do. Oh, because Andrew's not on the roster yet.
And then the alternate I have is Peyton.
Yeah, probably. Or did you say James?
No, I don't have
James
I don't
might.
see James make it.
Oh wow. Damn.
He's only gonna show up like once or twice,
True.
or 3 times. out of
Your
the whole
team's
year.
or 3
really
times,
getting
maybe 3
bad
times.
for showing up.
No, I know Matthew's going to.
Yeah, but he might not be dependable for every single week.
No, I don't need him every single week. Only against the good teams.
Okay.
And
What do we
then
think for the Eastern Conference?
I got the whole Knights
This
team.
one will be, yeah, that's what he said. He said this
No,
whole,
we're like the All-Star team is gonna be the Knights.
yeah, he goes, I can't wait for
Western
everyone
Conference versus Knights.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what
I
he's
was gonna
talking
be like,
about.
I was gonna be like the home run derby and the All-Star game is be the Knights of the Red Hawks.
That's exactly what it's gonna be.
I got
Well, for how stacked it is, I think it's me, Brandon, and Ryan, Bradley,
Brad.
maybe Landon if he shows up,
no, and then Gavin.
and then Gavin, and then alternate would,
You just go now. Just now.
Alternate, I don't have Lucas
Mikey.
Franco.
or maybe Mikey.
Lucas is better than Gavin. That's what Gavin said. But I
Oh,
don't know if
drafty.
Lucas is gonna show up.
Weston. He could be the Eastern Conference mascot.
I mean, drinking his Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we got some good All Star guys right
Oh, yeah.
there. And then yeah, what's the next question, Noah? I mean Rocco.
No.
Sus.
What type of team are you running? Are you running a team that wants to win now, or are you running a team that you think you can improve and win later?
Oh, win now. I got guys who
okay.
are not gonna show up much, like later, like 2-3 years down the line if we're still going that far.
Yeah.
So I got to get my championships and then
Gotta give them now.
start over when they're gone. Yeah, I got to get them now so then when they leave I can start over.
Yeah.
And I got future picks too. So.
If everyone in the league, like beside your team, was a free agent right now,
What are you? Win now or later?
oh, 100% win now. You've seen all of them. I basically changed the entire.
You gotta
team.
say your. You gotta say your
Yeah, I
thing
know.
too.
I basically changed the entire team. Other than
I mean, not really. You haven't changed your entire team.
true. I added Ryan and then took away the other Ryan for a draft pick and then got Weston.
Yeah.
So I changed half the team.
Was that a good pick?
Which-
Was that a good trade?
The third pick, well,
Yeah.
yeah, Ryan's gone.
I mean, yeah.
He's
I
not playing in
guess.
the league, so
He
for,
might.
if it's a free player.
Yeah, you probably won't.
But I changed half the team, and for wiffle ball, for how small the rosters are, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you were, oh wait, never mind. You already said that. If everyone was a free agent in the league, like not your team, if everyone else was a free agent, if you had to pick one, who would you pick up to fit your scheme?
You?
Okay, other than
Like, are you?
other than me or Brad.
Okay.
You.
Brandon.
I don't really know if I would go Brandon. I'd probably go with Noah or Brandon.
Why not?
So
Why not Chip?
That's what I just said.
You just said Brandon.
Oh, Brandon.
Boy. This guy.
This guy. What
Who
do
would you?
If like our team was locked in, who would I pick?
Without me or Brad?
Without you or L.
I keep knocking your
I don't know.
What is this?
It's
I don't
Gatorade.
know. Hold on, let me look at the roster because I didn't even think about that.
Ooh.
Andrew.
Who would you?
Matthew
Matt?
as a DH.
Okay.
That he
Hasn't
had,
played
If Landon
baseball
was
in a long time.
active, Landon. But he's not
Yeah,
active. But
would
he's
it?
not-
but like
but he-
we wouldn't really pitch him as much.
Yeah.
That's what he was really strong at. Like he's a good hitter, but I think Matthew would probably take like he's a better hitter.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
So I would
sure.
take
better.
him. What do you think was the top steal trade of the year for one team?
Dude, you always have questions that evolve around your trade.
I don't know.
He wants to hear his
every
trades more.
I've had
To make it sound better.
I've made 10 because I don't want to make it directly about your team because I already have. I've literally done ones about your team and then I've done ones about the league. What else am I supposed to do? What do you think was the worst trade of the year?
Yours.
No.
Yes.
Not mine.
For me.
Shut up.
For me, it was.
Other than
I got Peyton.
kids goated.
Kids.
It's cracked.
But for you though, come on.
Yeah, but if you don't count
I got
my,
less stress after he's gone.
If you don't count my trade, which one do you think would be the top steal trade of the year?
Probably.
It seems staring at
I'm
me.
looking at
What
my
other trades were there? Everything else was like release, sign, draft. The only other one really was the.
Was there only 2 trades this year?
Yeah, I think so.
The draft, mine for the draft pick and mine for you and me trade.
Yeah.
Nice.
Weston Wanamaker.
There hasn't been that many. That's it.
No, it's only been like signing stuff.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I think so. Yeah.
If there was no like pre-selected picks for the draft and you had the number 1 overall pick, who would you have chosen? Would you have stayed with Peyton?
Oh, so if there's no pre-selected,
Yeah, for this draft. This year.
I would go Andrew.
The lefty.
Yeah, I'd go Andrew Gordon.
That lefty.
That lefty.
Who would you go with?
For sure him.
He was the consent number 1 pick.
So, do you have a plan for your? Because I know obviously the pitching rotation, but who would you,
You
have
do?
for you?
Yeah.
Well, you've said it before.
Well, I don't know if James would show up.
Okay, so who do you think your pitching rotation would be?
If James shows up,
And if he doesn't, we'll do both.
okay. If James shows up, I'm gonna go James. He goes harder than Peyton by far.
Yes.
If James doesn't show up, I'm gonna go Peyton. And then, so me, James, Peyton, Will.
All right. Who will be your lineup and like on defense since you got all these like draft picks and
Yeah.
signs and all that?
When I'm not pitching, I'm gonna sit because I got 5 guys and they all want to play.
Yep.
So, but
Shut up.
Commercial break.
yeah. Probably me, and then I'm probably gonna bat Peyton 4th or 5th, and then Will 4th or 5th, and then have James 3rd,
And then,
Matt 2nd.
so who you can have on defense if you're pitching?
James for sure on the right side. That's all
And
you can
then
talk
who'd
about
you-
is being an all-star first baseman.
Matthew.
Seriously, and then probably Matthew.
And what if you weren't pitching?
It would be James on the mound,
It's crap.
Kid's cracked, bro.
Matt in left,
All right.
and then Will in right.
Wow.
Wait, James in right. Wait,
James is
Peyton,
pitching.
Peyton in right.
James
And if
plays two
James,
positions.
if James
You're
doesn't
right, too.
pitch,
I was
and
too
gonna,
then
good.
Peyton at pitcher, Matthew in left,
I
Will
thought
in
for
right.
sure you'd have Peyton in fielding because he was like I don't think he.
I
had-
did.
Yeah.
I said when James is pitching, Peyton in right.
James. I said when you have James pitching.
Who's Dames?
You stuttered. You said
Oh.
James.
Dames.
Let's see. I think that's all my questions.
Thanks for watching. Just kidding.
What is one thing that you wanted specifically from each of your players, including you?
Okay, I want me to win MVP.
No,
I
no,
want
like
Matthew to win runner-up and MVP.
No, no,
I want James
no.
runner-up and
That's
MVP.
I
no.
want my
What I
team
meant
to be
is
on
like,
MVP race.
what do you expect from each one of your players? Like, if you like
Okay.
Matt, you expect him to be strong at batter. The defense doesn't have to be there, like stuff like that.
I expect myself to be top in Cy Young, Silver Slugger, and MVP. James top in defensive player and hitting. I want Matthew to be a consistent player who makes the All-Star game. I want Peyton to have.
So you don't expect Matthew to be an all-star. You just,
I
you
want
just want him to be.
be a consistent All-Star
just
player,
consistent, okay.
lower All-Star guy.
Alright.
I want Peyton to have under a 3 ERA, which kind of a stretch.
That's kind of hard to ask.
Yeah, under 4 probably. Under 4.
What do you want James to have?
James, probably under 3. Probably under 3.
I said, is the kid's crack? What do you want? What do you want you to have?
Oh,
Don't say 0.
under 1.5.
All right.
I had a .17.
I want a 0 ERA.
0? No, that's not gonna happen.
What about that other kid, Will?
I don't think he'll pitch much.
Well, what do you like? What do you want him
Expect?
especially to bring to the team?
I want him to have bat at least 200 and have good chemistry with the team.
200. Okay. What about Peyton? Did you go over it?
Yeah, Peyton, I said under 4,
Oh yeah.
and then have him bat at least 200.
Cool. I think that's
What
it.
about you, Ryan? What do you expect
Yeah. Where's
from
your
yourself?
questions, kid?
Ooh, for myself? Well, I'm
Yeah, where are your
obviously-
questions,
I'm not-
Ryan?
I don't have any questions. I didn't know about this till yesterday, so
It's
no.
fine.
But
We could try to flip these on my team.
well, yeah, for myself, I'm obviously trying to be committed more. Obviously,
Play more than one series?
yeah.
More than
I'm
one.
good. I'm trying to get better at pitching. Obviously, I'm still gonna work on batting a little bit. Always got to keep working on what you're good at, because you'll lose that. But obviously, want to get some pitches developed, so then if I do have to go in pitching, I'm ready to do so. Yeah.
So do you want to flip some of the questions on me?
Sure.
So, what is one thing that you expect from each player? I'll go start with that since we're on that.
What is
subject.
it?
What is one thing you expect from your player? Like what you did?
What is one thing you expect from your players?
He picked up my phone, didn't read it, he put it down. He goes,
He picked it up.
What
What
is
is one
one thing you expect from your players? I expect Chip to pitch just as good as he did last year and bring the bat. So I wanted to be high in the All-Star game like he was last year, and I expect me to do exactly the same. Basically, we're doing like the same role.
Okay.
To bat, and then we'll see who gets the ace spot. And I want Ryan to bring the bat, like be able to hit the ball.
Like, actually bring the bat.
Bring
Yeah,
the bat
bring both
to the
the bats.
game.
He's supplying the team.
Bring the
bats.
backstop and the bats.
Make sure to bring the wiffle balls. Leading
Yes.
this.
I wanted to bring the power, and then to at least be able to pitch, because I've talked to him about pitching if we're like up by a lot. So just to give us a break. So yeah, I wanted to be able to pitch, and then Mikey, I just wanted to be a consistent hitter. I'm not too worried about him being like a home run hitter. I just wanted to be consistent hitting the ball, like instead of getting out a lot and striking out. I just wanted to be consistent with hitting the ball in the infield, since we do have a lot of speed on our team, and I'm not worried about him pitching at all.
Cool.
Sweet.
You want to wrap it up?
It's like 40 minutes.
It's a podcast.
Not too long.
Yeah, I think that's it, other than like the draft thing.
Yeah.
And free agent.
We could save that for later. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. We are not sponsored by Gatorade. We'll see you guys later.